Hey guys, my name's Siri Lily.
I'm Marshall.
And I'm Caitlin.
And we're the hosts of
Unveiled Opinions.
Three newlywed girlies with a podcast on any and everything wedding related.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How's it going?
It's good. I guess there's really not much to complain about.
Yeah.
What about y'all?
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah. It's another Monday. I think I know I've said this before, Marshall, about like not envying you with contractors, but I think we had the last contractor here today.
Oh, nice.
For maybe a while. We'll see though.
What's it for?
We had to carpet replaced in the nursery.
Oh, okay.
I don't really want to do carpet again, but the floors in the every other room are real hardwoods. So.
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. But carpet in like a bedroom, I feel like isn't.
Yeah.
I feel like it's cozy, especially then in a nursery too.
Yeah. So got the nasty crap out and they did it so quickly.
I do feel like that's a quicker job, the like carpet thing. But
yeah. And I guess it was easy because he was like, this was such an easy job. Like, thank you. And I was like, what?
It's just like straightforward and like it's just simple.
Yeah. And like, I guess it didn't like the floors that were getting put down. It's like there's no threshold from like the hallway so they're gonna have to like rip it up in like the dining room and another so they're probably, I don't think any of the contractors that have come in have thanked me for an easy job because none of it is easy.
Sorry. Sorry for rubbing that in.
It's all good. As long as they get it done, I don't really care.
Yeah, it is a lot. That's for sure. What else is new with everyone?
Just getting ready to move and be surrounded by contractors.
Speaking of contractors.
Yeah. Seriously. I don't know if I showed y'all pictures. One of my friends, her sisters got married at the Breakers in Palm Beach.
I saw some pictures, I think.
Yeah. I will have to show you pictures. I feel like she's going to go like TikTok viral for sure on this wedding.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm sure the location alone, that's a great venue.
Yeah, my friend her sister's wedding, she sent us preview pictures. Me, like it's my wedding. Yeah, preview pictures. We were actually out of town with friends while it was happening, and we all did like refer to it as like the royal wedding of the weekend. We're like, what are the updates? Have you gotten more pictures? Because it was like they had like their appetizer entree was individual ice sculptures. Everybody had a lobster tail. There was like caviar. Like it was like an over the top, amazing, incredible wedding. So
that does sound literally insane.
Yeah. Not that has anything to do with what we're talking about, but it was a vacation, I guess, for them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Family vacation of a wedding.
Family vacations with your in-laws or with your significant other. Like you could be with your parents, I guess, but just like doing family vacations as in newlyweds and like what that entails. Did I cover it?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Not the topic.
Yeah. Which I know, Marshall, you have a family vacation coming up. Mary Lily, you guys have one this summer, right?
Yes, we actually have two and we're skipping one, but
rebels.
Yeah.
Well, what's each of your personal family's vacation style, not your in-laws, but like growing up, like what did vacations look like?
I feel like vacation, like we had our like standard vacation that we did like every single year, like it was usually like our beach trip to our condo. We had a lake house that we would go to. I wouldn't call that like vacation. It was like 15 minutes from our house. So like, some people say vacation, but I was like, it's literally down the street. But it was just like pretty standard. We'd have like little trips thrown in. And then like if we did like a bigger trip, which we didn't do every year, but we'd have like a bigger family trip like every couple of years.
Yeah.
But I feel like we kind of do the same things. Like, I don't know, like our annual beach trip is the same place every year. We do the same things. We go to the same restaurants, stuff like that. But we didn't skip it. Like that was like something that like every year, like we looked forward to going, and we would like go other times throughout the year for like a couple days here and there. Same with like the mountains and stuff. But I feel like our beach trip was like the one that you like just looked forward to, especially as a
Yeah.
kid, you know? So, I mean, like we didn't really like branch out and like go to like new places, but I
Yeah.
really liked that because it was just like very relaxing. You know what you're going to get. And like we still do it to this day. So,
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
like go with the flow, very chill.
yeah, very chill.
Habitual.
Yes. Nothing new, nothing like formal or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, we grew up going to the beach a lot, like every summer, and I like that. Or like, if we would go on a trip, like I feel like my parents always were like, we would just like plan chill time in there, or like do like maybe like one big activity a day or something, and then like the rest of the stuff would be a little more lax.
Mhm.
And so I feel like my family is like, do something, but like it's like activities, but like we're not like, I don't know, like huge activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Pack
that
it in.
family wants to go and they want to like see everything in like that place, which is cool and like fun, but like sometimes I'm just like so tired when I'm with them
Mhm.
and I'm like running on fumes and it's just like kind of insane. I'm like, we come home and I'm like, I need a vacation from my vacation.
Yeah.
Right. No, I get that. And I feel like we did more activities when we were like kids. And like you're saying, and like they weren't like huge activities, but like I feel like now there's like, okay, like let's go lay out on the beach and
Yeah.
like go to dinner and have some drinks. But yeah, I feel like the activities, my dad would always, he was like the one that would plan all that, like let's do this. And like it was more so when we were in the mountains because like he was a big skier and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, we're very chill
Low-key.
vacation people. Like, because I feel like when we were there to relax. Because, like, both my parents worked. It was like we were there to relax and have family time and not have to like have a vacation after a vacation type
Yeah.
thing. And I've had plenty of vacations with other people like that.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh my God, I need to decompress.
It's like I need to get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a mountain house, or not, we had like a place in the mountains that we would go to, but I feel like that wasn't really like our vacation. It was just like, we're going to the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And then every year, this was also not really a vacation. It was a work trip every summer we had to take. And my brother didn't come. It was just me, my parents, and I. And we would often extend and make that like a little bit more of a vacation because we got to go to like all these cool places. But then I feel like from like a family vacation standpoint, my dad's side of the family always went to the Outer Banks, which was like, I don't know. But I also like, I feel like that wasn't really, it was like what we had to do.
Yeah.
My parents, my mom, she does a lot of like event planning and stuff and like plans trips. And so they were like habitual, but in the sense of like, let's do the same things.
Yeah.
And so it was like, we've been to Ireland like 4 times.
You're very familiar with Ireland.
Yeah, it's like they're like, let's go do these things and do them a bunch because we love them.
My family's the same way. Like we will go someplace and do the same things over and over.
I feel like a good blend of like having stuff to do with also just like having downtime and like I think my mom is like, loves to like do stuff together. Go ahead.
I feel like when you know like where you're going, you like know what you like to do there. You can like optimize your time. You're like, okay, like last time I felt like I didn't do enough of this and I want to do more of that. And so you can like kind of feel like you're like, I don't know, getting a lot out of it. Whereas sometimes I've never been here and we're just like running around trying to see as much stuff as we can. So it's like
you got to pack it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I feel like on a vacation, like I don't want to be like drained. But my in-laws are very like no plans at all. And so it's like you'll be packing and it's like maybe we like do this. Like we have a trip coming up and it's like it's Florida Memorial Day weekend. And Kyle's like, we're gonna need reservations, just a PSA. There's 8 of us. And they're like, yeah, maybe. But maybe like
no, I'm such a reservation person. And then also like you don't know what to pack. It's like that would just like double everything for me because I'd be like, I'd either not have enough or have like 1,000 extra things because I had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like. I like kind of like that my mom does. She's like, hey, here's kind of all of the options of what you can do. Plan accordingly and pack accordingly and do whatever you want to do. Opt in where you want to.
Yeah. That's a nice option.
Which I like.
Yes.
So Marshall, what does it look like now with you and Gil and like family trips and all of that?
So for years, like probably 3 or 4 years, we would go down to Florida to see his sister. She lives in like West Palm area, and we would do that for Gil's birthday. So we would go down there. I think we went 4 years, 3 or 4 years in a row, and stay with them. And honestly, like I feel like we kind of did the same things. Like once in a while, we would like do something different, but I mean, it was usually like boat, beach one day, like I know like we had plans to go to Miami one day, and every time we had plans to do something different, I feel like we never do it. Like we end up doing the same things. But that was nice because like they're locals. So like they can just like show us, like, take us to the places that are good, the beaches that are good. Like, all their friends have boats and stuff. So that was nice. We actually didn't go last year. We did something new, like just me and Gil, but that's probably like, and I have been to St. Thomas also with his sister and her husband, but then his parents did come for a little bit of the time too. And I think that's like the only time we've had a vacation. We'll do like vacations with the siblings, but like that was like the first and I think only time we've had a vacation with the parents. So
Okay.
yeah. So it was just one that was actually when we got engaged. So but we were like at a resort like in St. Thomas, like
Yeah, it was like you
on
had
the
your own
beach.
rooms
Yeah.
and everything.
Yes, exactly. So it was just pretty chill, but they are from Charleston, so I feel like they didn't do like the beach vacation and stuff like that. I know that they like did some things like I think they might have gone in the mountains and stuff like growing up, but I feel like when you live somewhere that's kind of a vacation place, you might not go on as many vacations. It's like away. Yeah.
Well, Mary Lily, you've done a lot of trips with Matthew's family.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. His parents like to have a family trip once a year, and basically like they like will pay for where we stay for a few of the days and tell us like a few of the days like maybe we'll have plans, but then the rest of the days it's like, we like got in a few days before and went to Paris when we did France, and we did Paris just the two of us, which was just a ton of fun. So I really like it. I love his family. It's great, but it is like you really like get to know them very well.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like staying in a house and traveling with them for days or in the airport. So Matthew and I actually went to Italy, like we were dating for like a few months, and I like got to know his family. I think it was just like really good for us and our relationship bonding, but I mean, it really could have gone the other way, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've like gotten in like, little drunk arguments with his sisters on trips and stuff. And honestly, I think that was good for my relationship with him too. Just like we really like understand each other. I feel like know about each other's personalities. So it's like we know what gets under each other's skin a little bit more now and stuff like that. And like how to handle stuff. So in that way, I think it's been like really instrumental in like my relationship with his family.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good.
You were probably able to go like more than just surface level with them at like probably a quicker pace than normal too.
Yeah, no, it felt, because like you're like in this country with no one else really.
Yeah, and traveling can be stressful too.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of brings out, you see people's true colors.
Facts. Especially at the airport, I feel like.
For sure. That's funny. Well, Mary Lily, that's a good point too, because like your parents like to do trips just them. But one of the things that we are like running into, because my mom wants to do a trip every year, is like, okay, so what is that? 2 weeks? Well, that's like one family for each. Like, how are we managing this?
That's kind of our problem this summer. We're not going on the Pursley family vacation. We're going just to my family's vacation, just because we can't do both every year. And like the other thing is it's so nice when, your mother-in-law's like, there's a house in France, like come.
Yeah.
But, like, it involves a lot. So it's like we also have to be like, does this like fit into our like budget and our plans? Like it's a really cool opportunity. And I know you're like, oh my God, we have to go. But like, right now we have other goals with the house and with all this. It's like it just doesn't make all that much sense. So I think that's also been a thing. Like we have gone on all these trips, Matthew. Like now it's kind of like a different time.
Yeah.
So when we go places with my family, I feel like my parents just like rent a house that's like near here or something. You know what I mean?
It's a little less like logistics.
It's like easier to manage.
Right. So I feel like, and it's just like a little chill, but they want to like do stuff, which is great. They're like really
Yeah.
big buffs. I'm just like, it's interesting to me for like a day, I guess.
Yeah. Small
I feel like-
doses.
Yeah, I like to chill. And I also like, I feel like when I'm with my mom and stuff, we'll like go to the spa and like go to really nice dinners and stuff like that. Like that's like what my family likes to do. And so it's like I feel like when it's like a packed itinerary, that's like more when it's like just me and Gil. Those are like the trips where it's like, okay, we're exploring somewhere new. Like we can do all of this. And then I can like tell him, I'll be like, my feet hurt. I don't want to do this anymore. Like I don't want to complain to like my in-laws, you know, like I don't, or like even like my mom, she would never pack an itinerary, but you know, even if she did, I wouldn't want to like complain to the person that did it. So, but like with Gil, I can be like, I don't want to go to any of this, and it's fine.
Yeah, I did that on like our honeymoon and I literally planned it. But like, like, yeah, like I'm tired. Like, we'll just end the day early to like the tour guide. He was like,
Yeah.
He's like,
"Well,
Do
"All
we
right,
understand you?
Like, we'll pay you. We're just leaving."
we're done. We've had enough.
We just actually don't want to be here right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like too, like Mary Lily, to your point, you've had a lot of time with your in-laws and like you got to know them and like expedited that process. Otherwise, it can feel like it's like you've got to be maybe a little bit more on if you don't have that below, like
Yeah.
a relationship that's greater than surface
No,
level.
when I was going to Italy and like meeting his whole family, it was his sister's wedding, and I was like so nervous because I hadn't even met his parents yet.
Yeah.
Met his siblings, but I was just like, oh my God, I'm like going to meet your whole extended family
In another country.
Yeah. So like it was really anxiety inducing just because I'm also like kind of a travel anxiety person too. And so I think like after that trip, I did feel much more comfortable and it was nice, but I really did like feel like, oh my God, I have to be like up in the morning and like doing
Yeah.
everything right. I can't be like super hungover or like,
And now you've made it.
yeah, there's
And
no-
you're fine now.
Yeah, I don't see my in-laws that often. And so it was the point, getting to the point of being like, screw this, I'm having a drink. Like, I don't care if you judge me or not, took a lot longer.
Oh yeah, that's how it is with us too. And like also like I'm not a morning person. Like I don't want to be the first one awake and they are all morning people. And I just like I don't want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to like sit and drink coffee. Like I just don't want to do that. But like I feel like it's taken me a while to just be like, it's fine, Marshall. Like, you can literally sleep till 9:30. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
But like
You're
at the
not missing
beginning,
a thing.
at the beginning, I was like, I gotta get up. Like, and now I'm like, no, like they don't even care if I wake up. It's fine.
Yeah. It's
No,
everybody
yeah.
likes to have their space. Well, in vacations, whether it's like with your in-laws or just with like family in general, how do you kind of create the space of like having time for the two of you versus like group together time and those expectations?
I think if possible, if you can have your own room, that's nice. Like if you don't have to like share. I know that's not always like the case. Like we've definitely gone on like family vacations and like shared with like siblings and stuff, but I feel like we just kind of sneak off. Like we just don't even say anything and we just
Yeah.
like sneak off and like go do our own thing for a little bit. I mean, like no one cares, but it's kind of a good time to just like decompress,
Yeah.
relax, go get a drink, go get an appetizer, like whatever, and just like have like a little time to yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew has 3 siblings, and so it's like, and there's nieces and nephews and everything.
Mhm.
So when we're there, I think it's like 15 people. Like Matthew loves to break away from the group and like not be in a group. Like when we were in Italy, I remember everyone was going and doing this bike ride thing and going to these stores. Matthew was like, "We're not going to the stores. We're doing this," and we had to go
Yeah.
see an aqueduct and ride.
Hey,
a bike on
but
an
it was very
Italian
memorable
road.
for you.
Yeah, and
Is that what you wanted to do?
And so like he's always like, let's go do this, let's go do this. But it is fun. Like we do have a lot of like little memories from that. And there is a big group to kind of like break away from, which is nice. What about you, Kate?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with my family trips, it's like there's a nice balance of enough time. And so it's like easy to just kind of like go do your own thing.
Mhm.
And nobody really likes to like, I mean, unless it's playing golf and it's my brother, nobody really likes to like seize the day. Everybody's kind of good, like easy to do it. And like, not having plans. And
Okay, I
then
guess if there's an early tea time.
yeah, get that man a tea time and like get out of his way. And with his family, it is, I think, a little bit more of like kind of like the sneaking off and just being like, oh, man, we're gone to go get a drink or just like kind of come up with some random excuse to create space. Because there is a little bit more of like the expectation of like, just be together. We can just like watch TV together. We can just like, just physically be together. And
Yeah. That's exactly how it is with ours and with like Gil's family. But I think it's because we see my family way more because we live closer.
yeah, that's a good point.
His family, like we don't see them as much, and his sister's in Florida. Everyone's just kind of more like scattered. So like when we did go to his family's for Christmas this year, it was like a lot of togetherness. Same thing, kind of just
Yeah.
like sitting around. Like we didn't do literally anything, but just like sitting in the house. And like my social battery runs out real quick. And
Yeah.
I was like in my first trimester and like feeling real ill, and I couldn't drink. And I just was like, I was like having like a crisis, like personally, and we couldn't sneak off because we weren't staying there. So we had a hotel, but like it was in downtown. His parents are in Mount Pleasant. So like that was, but I think it is just the proximity. Like they don't all get together as a family literally that often just because everyone's everywhere. So like, the togetherness is very important to them. But my family, like everyone likes their alone time. Like literally everyone in my family is like, I'm going to go take a nap or I'm going to go do this. Like my mom's like, I'm going to go do my skincare routine and she'll be in the bathroom for like 2 hours. So like we're fine and no one gets offended.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's like, where are they? You're
or like
excluding us.
Like trying to find you. Like there's none of that like at all.
A text message away, but like don't knock.
Like I'm in the same house.
Well, any advice that y'all would give? It's about to be summer. Summer vacations are upon us. Family vacations are upon us. How to stay sane and make the most if you're traveling with your family or your in-laws or future in-laws.
Don't have too high of expectations. Like, I know that sounds awful, but like, especially like if this is your first time traveling with them and you don't know like if their traveling style is different than your family's, like just try to be open-minded. Like try not to get like
that really evolved.
I know. Yeah, because
try to
like
be open-minded, I think is the good
that's
advice.
like never been my strong suit, and I feel like my life in general would probably just be had been so much easier in so many aspects if I just like didn't have super high expectations of something that like you can't control how other people are either. So just like maybe pick your partner's brain and be like, what do y'all like to do on vacation? So you kind of have a little bit of like
an idea going
knowledge
into it
before you go into it. So you're not shocked they want to run a 5K on vacation or something.
Oh God.
Couldn't be me.
No. Yeah. I think trying to be open-minded, I think too, like it's really hard. I am really judgy as a person. And so this is like advice that I don't follow, but just remember that like the way that you did things, other people do things differently. And
they're allowed to. It's okay.
Yeah, they're allowed to. And maybe like try to like see the good in it and embrace it.
Yeah.
You don't have to love it.
You don't have to adopt these ways in your own life. But like once a year, you can maybe do it.
Yeah. Don't shit on their parade. Totally. Or do.
Keep your facial expressions neutral if you can. I can't, but
Mary Lily, anything you would add to this pep talk?
I like always like to text like a sister or somebody who else is going. Be like, what are you packing? What are you guys planning? Just to like know a little bit before I go. If it's like a looser itinerary, just to like get on the same page.
Like text someone who has an idea and might have a hand in planning some stuff.
Yeah, get your influence early.
Yeah. So true.
Start manipulating before the trip begins. Alrighty. Well, that is a wrap. Wishing everyone a good, I don't know. I mean, we'll see you next week. Yeah, I was going to say like a good summer vacation.
But like we'll be back before then.
We'll see you next time. Subscribe, follow, rate, review.
Like us on everything.
Yeah.
talk to us. That
And
sounds really desperate, but you can if you want to.
and until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.